guys, it's Lulu. Thank you so much for coming back. I hope everything is going well with you still. Alright, so I am going to be showing you how I do this look without any leaf outs. Alright, so let's get started. Some of the things that you're going to need are a crochet needle and the bundles of hair. So I ordered this. It didn't have a crochet needle, so this was a gift. It came with the bundles. It came with 9 bundles, so 3, 6, 9. Alright, so I'm only going to be using 1 bundle. If you do not have the crochet needle, you can always go to Sam's Beauty for a crochet needle. I think they're like $2 at Sally's Beauty. So alright, so let's get started. I like to have a whole lot of volume when I do this style, so I'm going to start off with like taking each strand and splitting it in half. So let me just show you how I do that. To separate the strand, what you want to do is find the center of the strand and carefully pull it apart like I just did. If it gets tangled at the end in that process, do not try and cut it with scissors. What you want to do instead is just go to the end where it's tangled and pull it apart with your hands. But it shouldn't be that hard untangling it if it gets tangled. Alright, what I'm doing now is preparing my hair for the braiding process. I just sprayed it with water just to make it a little damp. And then I am going to put in my coconut oil and massage it into my scalp so that my scalp doesn't get as dried when it's up in the braid. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is trying to separate a small amount of hair on the frontal lobe part of my head. And then once I do that, I'm going to just put more coconut oil on my scalp. And then I'm just going to take some hair extensions and braid my hair from right ear to left ear. Okay, so look at how tight I'm making this braid. Oof, my head is going to be crying after this. But anyway, so the braiding process is most of the time really challenging because like when you're braiding, your fingers cramp up and then your arms get super tired and then you take a rest and then you go back and then it cramps up again and then it gets tired and then you take a break. But so I am done with the first track of hair. So now what I'm doing is doing another track going the opposite direction. So for this one, I'm going to take the end of the first track and I'm going to braid it into this track. Okay, so when I was braiding the first track of hair, I didn't really grab as much of my edges as I wanted to, but it's okay because I've got some edge control and there's nothing edge control can't fix. Alright, so let me explain what I did here. So I braided hair from here to there, and then I connected the end of this from here to here, and then I connected this end to this braid down here, and then I braided it down. So if you can see right here, see how this hair and this hair are starting to be like to start further back here. If I were to continue braiding it like that, then this spot right here would have been like a big bald spot. So what I did was I took my hair from back here and I braided it over here so that it collapsed with this spot that was going to be bald. So then I braided it down to the back so that I wouldn't have a big spot here that wouldn't have hair. So that's what I did. And then I'm going to continue just braiding it backwards until I'm done. And then I will start putting my crochet in. Okay, so here is the finished model of my head. So like I said, all I did was finish braiding the rest of the hair back. So now what I'm going to do is show you how I get rid of this last end of the hair. So as you can see, I'm threading the last end of the hair through the loops of the braids that I had already braided. Alright, so now time to actually start with the crochet part of the hair. So what I'm doing here is I just poke the crochet through my hair and I just let it stay, and then I prepared my hair. And then now I'm just putting the loop of the hair into the hook of the crochet, and then I close the crochet and pull it through. And then I just tie it like 2-3 times, but you can tie it however many times you want to make it stay in your head. Okay, so this is how I first started doing the frontal part of my head, but let me just warn you that I did not follow through with this idea. But what I can tell you is I did the same process, but instead of cutting it short in the front, I just measured it to where it was even in the back and in the front. So I laid my hair even in the back and the front. Once you come to the front part of your head, you just want to continue this process and make sure that you have hair going forward and backwards, because you don't want to come to a spot where you don't have enough hair to cover up a gap. So just remember to continue this process. Yay! Alright, so now I'm done. What I'm doing now is just cutting the excess hair that is just hanging too low. If you're cutting your hair, make sure you cut diagonally, not straight across, because it will look weird if you cut straight across. Alright, thank you so very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.